The police try to catch a man, but he gets away by using the force of gravity. He lands a short distance away. He is attacked by a mysterious man in a mask who beats him easily and asks where the package is. Yusuke Saito and Yutaka Kuno, who are both in the investigative squad, go to a hostess bar and end up chasing after a girl they think is Shinato Chiaki. Lee finds her and helps her get away from the police. Chiaki goes back to Lee's apartment, where she tells him about contractors. Chiaki tells Lee about her story and gives him the package that everyone is looking for. The next morning, Lee makes Chiaki fall down while they are running away from their pursuers. He uses the chaos that follows to get away. He gets shot while trying to protect Chiaki, who turns out to be a doll with the memories of Chiaki, who had already died. He still beats the other contractors, but Chiaki dies to save them. Lee has breakfast and stops by a small store in the present. Maikashiwagi, a girl who goes to school, misses her train in the morning. Huang watches as two men check into a hotel and tell Huang that they plan to force Tahara to do what they say. Mai wakes up in front of a fire. Her school sends her home. When Lee tries to drive her home, she gets away with her friends and runs away. Mai's reaction shows that she has turned into a moratorium. The groups that are after Mai change their plans, and Mai's continued actions cause more fires. Kirihara's high school friend, Kanami Ishizaki, talks to him about the moratorium. During the large-scale evacuation of civilians, Mai acts out again and kills her friend Yuka and her father by accident. When the police try to get her back, a worker named Luca attacks them. He takes Mai hostage, and they use her to force Tahara to tell them what he is working on. Hei finds about the research from Tahara, but he leaves in disgust to go get Mai. He loses when Mai's kidnappers say Mai's life is in danger, but Tahara shows up, gives them what's left of his research, and tries to kill Mai. Luca kills Tahara, and then Hei kills him. Mai changes into a full contractor, and then she's sent to the syndicate. Guy Kurosawa, a private eye, and Kiko Kayanuma, a young girl, are hired by the widow of a cosmetics company executive to look for her missing black cat. Guy is on his way to a house that his client suggested he check out when he meets Kiko. There he finds a black cat named Mao and catches it. To his surprise, he also finds the bones of a woman who died a long time ago. Kurosawa keeps looking into things, and he even thinks his own client might have killed someone. While Hei keeps looking for the body-swapping contractor, Hei uses the power of the body switching to kill the contractor. Because the contractor Hei killed was so obsessed with smells that he smelled an old sock right before he died, it seems likely that he was Yuzuki. Kirihara, who is looking into a string of murders, ends up at the birthday party of Alice Wang, a high school classmate whose father is the boss of the Hong Kong Mafia. Alice Wang is the daughter of Qing Longtang. Hei is also there, but he is pretending to be a waiter. The party is really a cover for an emergency board meeting about the deaths of several Qing Longtang executives. Alice gets rid of Qing Longtang, but Kirihara is also on her list. The contractor, whose name is Wei Shijun, is on her side. Hei and Kirihara just barely get away from Alice. But after reuniting Kirihara with Sight, Hei goes off on his own to look for the crystal in the Stoneflower Garden. When he runs into Wei, he loses the crystal. Wei then meets Alice, but decides to kill her first before going after Kirihara and Sight. Hei has been asked to sneak into Pandora Institute, which is near the gate, and steal a meteor fragment that even the CIA wants. There he meets Nick Hillman, and the two of them find out that they both want to see the real stars. Hei finds out that Nick is also a contractor and has powers like his. Hei goes to Hell's Gate with Nick, where Nick changes, and Hei gets the meteor fragment. A long time ago, Yin, who was also known as Kirsty, was playing the piano while her teacher, Elise Kastinen, watched. In the present, it seems like Yin has left. Kastinen tells Kurosawa and Kiko to look for Yin. It turns out that Yin's father died in a plane crash many years ago. On the night of his funeral, Yin sees her mother falling in love with Kastinen, who is her piano teacher. Yin runs out and almost gets hit by a truck, but her mother pushes her out of the way, which kills her instead. Kastinen tells Yin to go home with them, but Yin says that she wants to be with Hei and won't go. April sees Amber and Maki, who work for the Evening Primrose, and gets caught in an explosion that doesn't kill her. In the meantime, the city is getting out of hand. Maki is behind a series of terrorist attacks on foreign embassies, which led the Evening Primrose steal the meteor fragment. November 11th, he goes after Amber because he wants to get even. Hei also wants to get even with her, so he follows her. Madame Stargazer finally says something, but what she says about the Evening Primrose isn't very clear. Maki is killed in a final battle on November 11th, and Hei finally gets to Amber, who has Yin. Kirihara also comes to where they are, but everyone gets away with the help of Amber's contractor powers. Hei meets Kenji Sakurai of the Nakasawa family. Kenji is a young man who is clumsy but wants to get ahead. New people who live in Hei's apartment building are shown. Hito Tsubashi, Kenji's boss, gives him the job of taking care of a doll later on. Hei, Mao, Yin, and Huang are looking for the doll, which happens to be in Kenji's hands. Kenji falls in love with the doll, and with Hei's help, they try to run away together. Kirihara almost identifies Hei as BK201 while they are out shopping. But Kirihara doesn't see any connection between Li Shenshun and BK201. Hito Tsubashi catches Kenji later, and Hei saves him just in time. Kenji and the doll are able to escape. Hei is sent to join a religious group and kill Alma, who is the prophet. He gets help from another contractor named Shikoko Kishida, who seems to know Huang. Amagiri and Alma seem to be working together since Alma is giving him dolls. Shikoko is caught because Huang made a mistake that he didn't mean to do. The syndicate tells Huang to kill Shikoko, and they also tell Mao and Hei in secret to kill Alma and Huang if Huang fails. Agents of the Evening Primrose take away a doctor named Dr. Schroeder, while Hei and his team attack the American embassy in Tokyo. As a double agent for the Evening Primrose, a new contractor who can teleport herself and other people shows up. Wei comes back, but he is scarred from the last time he met Hei. Kirihara breaks into the embassy compound, but Pandora stops him, and Amber finds Mao. The 11th of November is the last day for the MI6 Secret Intelligence Service. Amber takes Mao to the Evening Primrose headquarters. While she's there, Amber calls a meeting for Mao, Dr. Schroeder, and the other top contractors of the Evening Primrose. November 11th meets the head of East Asian MI6 operations, who turns out to be a member of the syndicate. They kill each other. To save Mao, Hei attacks the Evening Primrose. Hei uses his powers on Amber, while Amber turns on her meteor fragment. This causes a blue light to shine through the whole building. Eric Nishijima is killing all of the contractors with a particle accelerator. Amber gathers a lot of contractors to destroy the accelerator and dolls for an unknown purpose. It turns out that Nishijima works for the syndicate, so he makes a phone call to kill Hei and his team. Amber tells Hei to meet her in the gate by sending him a message through Wei. Hei agrees, so Huang, Mao, and Yin help him sneak into Hell's Gate with Wei's help. Hei finds out from Amber that, contrary to what most people think, contractors can become more human than people thought possible. Hei has to make a choice that affects both the world of contractors and the world of humans, now that he knows where he fits in. Inside the gate, Hei said goodbye to his old friends for the last time. With their support behind him, he made a decision that changed the world's future. Mayu Suka is a liaison officer for the National Astronomical Observatory of Japan at the 4th Foreign Affairs Department of the Japanese National Police Agency. She wrote a story about a man in a mask, but she isn't sure if it was a dream or not. Hei and his team have a new job and are looking for a sample that has a number password attached to it. It was taken from the gate by a contractor and buried under a cherry blossom tree. As things go on, Mayu seems to fall in love with Hei, while Side has trouble telling Kirihara how he feels. That's all for this video. Hope you have enjoyed watching this video. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so that you'll never miss any updates.